Yeah, I think them needing to put on a facade of being happy all the time, it makes
Hmm.
everybody a little bit numb in there as well. In addition to like not being able to talk about anything worldly or physical, where like that's a basic human connection, is being able to talk about physical. You don't have to talk about like inappropriate things or ungodly things, but just to
Right.
be able to connect. That's fast forward to now. I did find I did try a new church and found one that I absolutely love. And there's not one time that I'm there um, where I don't feel completely like connected with everyone as Christians. Are genuinely asking, how are you doing? How can we support each other? You know, it's very connected, and it's because they care about you as a person, and that includes your
Hmm.
physical life, that includes who you are and what your life's about and what you do, and those kind of details. And if you remove all of that, what connection do you have to each other? It's just very um uh, uh,
The shell.
outwardly, yeah, it initially looks very warm and inviting and loving and welcoming, but after a while you'll learn, the more you grow in the church and the more you see that it's actually very cold. It's very cold. It's very, it's like a shell. It's
Hmm.
just nothing there. And you don't see it until you finally leave. And then you realize, all those relationships were actually not real.
Hmm.
No one's gonna think about you and miss you and ask how you're doing. Um,
Yeah.
and the family and friends that you had that you probably pushed away while you were in church, they'll be there when you, for you, waiting
Yeah.
when you leave. So
Right. Yeah. Because they're real family.
exactly.
So you notice then, you feel like you've noticed a difference between, I suppose, the character of WMSCOG members and leaders in those relationships compared to those that you're experiencing now in a Christian church.
It's night and day. Complete opposite. I was scared to join any sort of community or congregation because of what I experienced, and I didn't want to conform to, like, the first couple times I went, I was like 3 minutes late in the parking lot getting my kids out of the car, and I felt anxiety about being late. Why would I feel that way? It was so like drilled into me that you're obligated to go by a certain time. You can't be late. You have to be dressed a certain way. Your kids have to be a certain way. And so it took me a little while to like let that go and breathe. And like, it's that environment is not, it's not like that. Like, it's so opposite, and it's everything God knew I needed in order to be comfortable going back to a church. This church, I'm telling you, is like everything I needed. Um, in order to
Yeah. Good.
help rebuild my faith. So